No, nobody told me that what we were doing was, as you say, against the rules, that the event in question was something that we were going to do something that wasn't a work event. And, as I said in the House of Commons, when I went out into that garden, I thought that I was attending a work event. No, Beth, but I want to begin by repeating my apologies to everybody for the misjudgments that I've made, that we may have made in Number 10 and beyond, whether in Downing Street or throughout the pandemic. And I do know how infuriating it must be for people up and down the country in view of the huge sacrifices that people have made, the way that they've kept discipline, the way they've followed the rules, followed the guidance, done the right thing, to think that that didn't happen in Number 10 Downing Street. I carry full responsibility for what took place, but nobody told me, I'm absolutely categorical about it, nobody said to me, this is an event that is against the rules, that is in breach of what we're asking everybody else to do, should not go ahead. What I remember is going out into that garden for a short time and 25 minutes or so, thanking staff who'd worked on COVID, who were continuing to work on COVID, and then going back to my office. And all I can say is, in retrospect, as I said to the House of Commons, Beth, if I had my time again, I would not have allowed things to have developed in that way. And when I went out into that garden, yes, I should probably have told people, I should have looked around and said, well, we've got to go back indoors, or this isn't the right way to do things. But, and I apologise for that, but I hope that people will understand the circumstances we were operating in. But I've just got to ask people to wait for Sue Gray to report.
Because this is important. This is the first time we've seen you since reports emerged in the Daily Telegraph, not denied by Downing Street, about two boozy parties held in the garden, in the buildings of Number 10, the night before Prince Philip's funeral, when the country was in national mourning. Was having to apologise to the Queen about those parties the night before she put her husband of over 70 years, she laid him to rest. Was that a moment of shame for you?
I deeply and bitterly regret that happened, and I can only and renew my apologies both to Her Majesty and to the country for misjudgments that were made, and for which I take full responsibility.